Hey, hope you're doing alright. Today we're just going to be putting the fridge in the van. It's just going to be a little bit vloggy, so grab a coffee, see how I'm doing it. Just pretty much going to be explaining how you can make anything fit in your van. You might just enjoy it, so come along on the journey. All I'm doing is it had some feet on the bottom, so I'm taking those off. I found the same thread from B&Q, and that's just going to hold on a bit of wood that I've cut off. The reason why I've done this with this bit of wood is because it's the same height as that, so it's no different than it would be normally. So yeah, just got attached them. And so I can push a little bit harder down on the screws, I've put a little bit of tissue in the end of this deep socket. It's easier just to apply that pressure down, just because my measurements haven't been exact with this one. But next bit, I've made some ribs to go in here. So this is where the fridge is going to go above this drawer. Because the driver's seat angles, the fridge actually needs to be set further back, which again, a little bit annoying, but we're going to make it fit. Because the fridge is going to overhang the bed a little bit more, this bit is going to go and support the one side of the fridge. So I've just marked where these screws are, because I'm going to screw through this way, and obviously I don't want to screw through where any of those ones are going into the screws. So just always know where your old screws are, and that will help a lot. I have done it in the past where I've screwed through, hit a drill and been like, now what? And then you just have a hole left over, and that's a little bit annoying. We've got these two bits for the top of the drawer, and they're just going to go on the base. As you can see, it was quite difficult to get the fridge in and out. Holly's not with me today, she's working and she feels a bit ill, so I don't know if she's going to turn up, but it's so difficult. It's easier to get these attached, and that's why I put those ribs down on here, so that we can get the bits a bit more secure, because they're only 5mm thick and they need a little bit more. But as I said, everything thin and least dimensions as I can, so we can have as much room as possible. This side I'm on now is going to be the forward, which is right behind the driver's seat, and I just want a little bit more rigidity again, as those bits are only 5mm thick. So I've got some more bits to add there, and then it's going to be ready to go in the van, and hopefully everything I've done is alright and it's going to fit. Yeah, so all those bits of wood look a little bit janky, but it actually turns out to be quite secure. That's even without any screws in at the minute. That's kind of the way around it I go. I know that you could probably just make everything square and nice, but that means you're probably going to be adding in the thickness of materials everywhere, and then I won't be able to get it as close as I have at the back with as much room at the front. It's kind of just the way I work. I'm not very good at planning it. I was going to maybe do a video of that another time, with sort of just like how I plan it, because I don't think I plan it a lot of how you see other people on the internet do it, and I don't think that's a problem, because I'm the one living in the van. It doesn't really matter. I can do it with the way I want. You may like it. There's some little tips for everybody, but I'm pretty happy with that. Luckily the door swings further around, so you can do it from here. We wanted that the door this way round, so that we can still access it whilst we're in the front and get a drink whilst we're driving, because that's the most important thing. Yeah, otherwise it's ready to secure in. guess everybody does that. The van shakedown test. I mean, whoa. For just being screwed in at the bottom, that is very secure. I've got some ideas, as I said, with the door opening. It does swing around quite far, so I've got some ideas for a little shelf unit up here, maybe for charging stuff. And what I'll do there is I can put it up into the roof and into the back wall, and that can also give this a little bit more sturdiness, but not that it needs it. It's absolutely fine. Even in a car crash, I don't think that's coming out. So as I said before, I know it's a little bit janky, but the whole point is that it's still safe. I'm using screws which is going to hold it in. I was using my drill, my countersink, all of those good little tools, and yeah, I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy to have it in, because I've been flipping it upside down and everything. Leave it for 24 hours like you're supposed to do with any fridge, and then I'm going to try the power on, and hopefully, if the calculations are correct, because I don't like electricity, it won't drain the batteries too much. Don't know what will happen if it doesn't. So I hope that was a nice little coffee lunch break for whatever you were doing. Thank you for joining along, and see you in some other ones. Yeah, vlogging's alright, isn't it? Just I don't want to hold the camera in my hand anymore. It's too heavy. It's too heavy to hold. I'll ramble on. Bye.